Are you an NRI living in US, UK, Canada, Dubai, or in any other country? There is one thing which is unignorable for India right now, that India is the third largest startup ecosystem. Be it real estate, be it foreign direct investments, be it anything. India is rising and booming right now. And for sure, you want to be the part of the Indian story right now. But here is where most of the NRIs got confused. I mean, whether you want to start an export business, an IT company, or simply you want to manage your family assets. Here is where most of the NRIs got confused, that if they should go for a private limited company or LLP. And let me tell you, you choose the wrong structure and you may end up paying 30% of the tax instead of 25%, or you can get stuck in the rigorous FEMA compliances. Hi, my name is Ayush. I am the founder of Just Start, and today in this video I am going to tell you which is the best structure for you as an NRI to start your business in 2026 in India. I mean, I often get this question from many NRIs that Ayush, just simply register a proprietorship firm. NRIs are permitted to register a proprietorship firm in India to start a business. Yes, you are right. NRIs are allowed to start a partnership firm or a simple proprietorship firm in India. But you know what? Setting up a proprietorship firm or a partnership firm by an NRI in India requires a RBI approval. And trust me, the compliances for the RBI approval are rigorous and a nightmare. And obviously there are restrictions on the profits earned through a proprietorship firm or a partnership firm. So right now, if you will ask me, for the NRIs particularly, there are only two viable options to start a business. It is a private limited company or a LLP. So now let's compare them. So suppose if you want to build a high-tech startup in India, be it a IT company or a artificial intelligence company, and you plan to raise funding for your Indian company from the VCs or private equity investors, obviously you should go for a private limited company, because in a private limited company there is a concept of equity shares, and most of the investors prefer to invest in the equity shares of a private limited company, because in a LLP there is no concept of equity shares. But whereas if you want to start a lifestyle business in India, be it a consultancy business, be it a design studio, and simply if you want to open a company to manage your family's asset, then obviously limited liability partnership is a wise choice, because in a limited liability partnership there are less compliances, there is no requirement of audit, up to 25 lakhs of capital contribution and 40 lakhs of turnover, and obviously it is easy to manage. So if you will see in India, the tax rate imposed on the manufacturing private limited companies is around 15%. And if you will see on the other services private limited companies, it is 25% plus cess. But there is a catch. If you want to withdraw profits out of a private limited company in the form of dividends, then again your private limited will have to pay the dividend distribution tax on it. But if you will talk about a LLP, the taxation rate is higher on a LLP, that is flat 30%. But when we talk about withdrawal of profits, then the said withdrawal is taxable in the hands of partners and not LLP. This comparison gives us a conclusion that if you want to retain the funds in a company to grow it, to take it to the next level, private limited is a good choice for you. But if you want to withdraw profits from the company and repatriate it, then obviously LLP is a good choice for you. Now let's talk about another hurdle for NRIs to start a business in India, which is the mandatory requirement to appoint a resident director in India. What does it mean? If you want to open a company, be it a LLP or a private limited, there is a mandatory requirement to appoint a resident director who should be an Indian citizen as well as an Indian resident, that is, who must have stayed in India for 182 days or more, which means that you will have to either appoint your relative or any of your friend. I mean, if you have a friend or a relative in India, they can act as a resident director, and obviously that requirement can be fulfilled there. And don't worry if you don't have a resident director, we at Just Start provides the residential director services to our foreign and NRI clients, so that they can seamlessly register their companies in India, and obviously while they remain in full control of the ownership as well as the bank account. And let's now talk about one important question, that is repatriation. Ayush, how can I repatriate my profits earned out of a private limited company and LLP? For the repatriation, there are two mandatory forms which has to be filed with the banks, which is 15 CA and CV. Once all the compliances related to said forms are done, the profits earned out of a private limited and LLP can be repatriated to your home country. So just to summarize, I mean, as I said above, if you want to open a high-tech startup or you want to take VC funding, private equity funding, then obviously a private limited is the best choice for you. But if you want to open a family business or you want to open a lifestyle business, consulting business, then obviously LLP is a good choice for you. And we at JustStart are helping founders from other countries, be it NRIs and foreign nationals, for setting up their companies in India. And we offer, I mean, all the services, be it the legal advisory, be it the taxation, structuring, and be it the residential director services. We offer end-to-end services. So obviously, I mean, you don't have to worry about that. And our team of qualified CAs and CAS here at JustStart make sure that everything is done in a seamless manner. And the process is 100% remote. For the company registration part, you won't have to fly to India. But once your company will be registered, for the bank account opening part, you may have to fly to India, and it depends upon case to case basis. Friends, do let me know if you have any more questions relating to setting up of your company in India. I mean, you can either comment on this video, and you can also connect with me or my team by clicking on the link in the description. And obviously, if you find this video valuable, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel for more business related videos. Thank you, take care, and bye bye.